First of all, we want to welcome you, and we're so happy to be here. We're here going to celebrate some great successes and early wins for our Vision Zero project. We have some data that we want to share with you about the fact that we're going in the right direction on the safety of our roads. First of all, the recent data from the city of West Palm Beach shows more than 20% decline for crashes involving pedestrians and bicyclists. So that is just so important for us. 20% decline. 23% and almost 27% respectively from 2017 to 2018, which we believe can be attributed to the city's newly launched Vision Zero initiative. Okay, so separately, according to the data released in December from Florida DOT, the city of West Palm Beach ranks better than other similar-sized cities with respect to serious traffic injuries and fatalities as measured in 2013 through 2017. The category is for cities with populations of 75,000 or more, and includes Jacksonville, Miami, Orlando, Tampa, which all rank in the highest 25% for injuries and fatalities. We're encouraged by these reports because they show the city of West Palm Beach is safer than many other cities in our state. We are already headed in the right direction, and with the adoption of our Vision Zero initiative late last summer, we are already showing measurable effects. We know that we can achieve our goals and minimize and eventually eliminate major injuries and fatalities on our city roads. But now how are we going to get all of that done? Here with me today, we are going to discuss the 3 E's: education, engineering, and enforcement of Vision Zero. So first of all, Tara Applebaum is here with us. She's the Vision Zero coordinator. Here's Tara. We have Wen Dang, who is our city traffic engineer, and we have Chief Sarah Mooney, our police chief. I'm going to start with Tara, who's going to make a few remarks. Tara?
Thank you, Mayor Muoio. Vision Zero is an internationally renowned road safety initiative. It's been adopted in 34 cities, and the Vision Zero approach is all about the 3 E's, as Mayor Muoio mentioned. It's education, enforcement, and engineering. The City of West Palm Beach acts as a conductor to resources and experts, advancing a shared goal to reduce the number of fatalities and serious injuries on the roads of West Palm Beach. With respect to education, Vision Zero has a huge community outreach. And this is an outreach to people of all ages. We're in schools, elementary schools through high schools, doing assemblies, art contests, and we're going to be doing pre-prom and pre-graduation crash reenactments and safety fairs. We've already started our older driver awareness workshops, and those will be continuing through the spring and the summer. Our first big community outreach is our Vision Zero Community Safety Fair, which will be taking place on February the 9th, and this will be along Flagler Drive. North and south traffic lanes will be closed to vehicles from Fern Street to Banyan Boulevard. The event includes free helmet fittings, helmet giveaways, a bicycle rodeo, lots of road safety tips, and interactive activities for people of all ages. What's wonderful about this event is a collaborative effort with all our safety partners in the area. We are grateful to these partners who will provide education and fun to the people of West Palm Beach and our surrounding areas. We have also implemented signs and safety messages around the city to change behavior and have people become a part of the goal to reach 0 fatalities and 0 serious injuries by 2030. Most importantly, we are excited that Vision Zero has already started working. Here to tell us more about the trends and the next steps is Wayne Dang, our city traffic engineer.
For the record, it's spelled Uyen-Dang, Wayne Dang, City Traffic Engineer. Very excited that the trends are going down, and we are under the leadership of Mayor. We are to design safer streets, and what does that mean? We target corridors. We look at how do we bring safety to our most vulnerable, and those are our bicycle and pedestrians. We need to design for wider sidewalks, and we need to design for safer biking environment. So we have identified 2 locations that we are targeting this year. It is the Broadway corridor. And we're talking about Broadway as this is a Florida Department of Transportation corridor. So we have to work conjunctly with the state and see how we can bring back safety initiatives. We're looking at short-term and long-term visions and see if there's something immediate that we can do, bringing back crosswalk, getting people safely across the street. And then long-term visions, let's vision it with a community to see what kind of corridor that we want to bring back to this area. The project limits that we're targeting is Broadway from 25th Street all the way to the end of the city at the 59th. The other section that we find that there are the crash data that show us where we need to focus is essentially the Palm Beach Lakes corridor. As we know, that corridor is owned by the Palm Beach County, but we own the service roads on either side. So this initiative is, the first step is for us to do a planning study from I-95 all the way to Australian, see how we can leverage pedestrian connectivity to either downtown or job placements such as the Palm Beach outlets. So those are the first 2 areas that we are committed as a city to begin our planning studies and come up with short-term and long-term visions this year.
Are there, because you guys were mentioning that, this project has already affected the numbers. Are there projects in the past year or so, or the past few years that have been implemented since this that you think have contributed?
Absolutely. About 2 years ago, we started working with Florida Department of Transportation at the intersection of Forest Hill and South Dixie. At that location, we since saw a lot of activities by the restaurants right there, and there has been some accidents. What we found is we redesigned it and reconstructed that the waiting area at the crosswalk where people wait to cross the street, and making it tighter, more narrow, so that you give more space back to people, and you still preserve the throughput of the roadway. Since then, I have not received any accident reports at that location. So yes, I do think that we have been working. It's just this initiative ties it all in together. Okay.
Good morning. I'm Chief Sarah Mooney. It's Sarahmooney. Obviously, as the Chief of Police for the City of West Palm Beach, enforcement's going to be a major piece of the puzzle when it comes to the Vision Zero overall goals and initiatives. We're hoping that our E out of the 3 E's is going to be less needed after we make some adjustments to our engineering and our education within the community. Obviously, by doing enforcement, that's going to help to reaffirm and make sure that people are paying attention to the rules of the road and following the directions of the signs and the laws within the city and the state. We're hopeful we don't have to do a lot of enforcement, though. If we get involved with the education piece of this and teach people where they should be crossing appropriately, where they should be paying attention to the road as opposed to looking at their cell phones while they're driving, people that are on bicycles following the rules of the roads. Those are the types of things that we'll be involved in with the education piece, and in addition to the enforcement piece. We're working in conjunction with the rest of the city on this project. We're only one small piece of it. The education piece, I think, is the most important. If you pay attention to the rules that are out there and we provide the safe environment, there's our goal of 0 fatalities with the pedestrians and the traffic is a reality, or could be a reality. So that's what we're working for. Vision Zero is what we're looking to do. We want to eliminate the wrecks in the city, whether it's pedestrian or traffic. So the enforcement piece is going to be important, but again, we're just one piece of the puzzle. The engineering and the education is going to be primary.
I know, obviously, distracted driving and the cell phones is probably one of the biggest issues when it comes to car fatalities, car crashes. I know other departments have had trouble enforcing and writing tickets for drivers who are texting and driving? Is that something that you guys are able to enforce? Are there difficulties
It's
with that?
right at this point. It's a legislative issue, and the legislature is still working on it being a primary stop, so that you could do that. If you sit in traffic nowadays, if you look to your right or your left, 2 out of 3 people are on their phones doing something. We want you to put the phones down, go hands-free, pay attention to the road, and talk to the people that you need to talk to 5 minutes after you get to where you need to be. If you just pay attention to what's going on, the distractions is what's causing a lot of the accidents, and nobody's life is worth the phone call or the text that you're answering.
But so right now, you guys can't stop someone.
It's not a primary offense, so it's not. But if they're not maintaining their lane, if they're doing other things wrong as a result of using a phone, then obviously that would allow us to make a legal stop. Good?
Other questions for any of the other presenters, Wen or Tara or the chief?
Are there other cities who have done a similar thing that you guys are modeling this after?
Yes. Actually visited New York City, who has a very successful Vision Zero initiative underway. They started it about 5 years ago and have seen a rapid decline in fatalities and serious injuries in the city. Can I just say one other thing about the safety fair? The safety fair is what we're really encouraging everybody to come out for. It's for fun, and it's also for education. It's on the waterfront on February the 9th from 9 to 1, and it's going to be so much fun for children of all ages and adults, with our rollover vehicle coming from FHP, lots coming from law enforcement as far as interactive activities, a bicycle rodeo where people can bring their own bicycles and get safety tips or actually learn to ride a bicycle at this event. So we're hoping everybody comes out. It's adjacent to the Green Market.
Thank you. I think the important takeaway here is that there are 3 pillars to this Vision Zero: enforcement, education, and engineering. And as we address those 3 pillars, we'll be improving outcomes. Making sure our roads are engineered for safety, making sure people understand the consequences of their behavior, and also making sure that if they're speeding, we're also going to enforce our traffic laws. So, thank you.
Do you also think this plays into the walkability and the bikeability, and this will eventually, hopefully, encourage more people?
Absolutely.
Forms of transportation?
Absolutely. We want people to feel safe when they're biking, and pedestrians. That's really the focus, that we have no accidents, either car accidents, pedestrian accidents, or bicyclist accidents. It's very difficult for bicyclists on some roads when people are speeding by at 55. Yeah. Any other questions? All right. Thank you, everyone.
Was last year the first year? When was this program implemented exactly?
In August.
Oh, okay. So this is the program.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, everyone.